you want to keep insulting me, this will be over. You can run back to the judge like a little.
My uncle was a great person. He was at MIT. He taught at MIT for, I think, like a record number of years. He was a great super genius, Dr. John Trump. I like this stuff. I really get it. People are surprised that I understand it. Every one of these doctors said, how do you know so much about this? Maybe I have a natural ability. Maybe I should have done that instead of running for president. As of the time I left the plane with you, we had 240 cases. Well, that's at least what was on a very fine network known as Fox News. I know you love it, but that's what I happen to be watching. And how was the show last night? Did it get good ratings, by the way? Oh, really? I heard it broke all ratings records, but maybe that's wrong. That's what they told me. I can't imagine that. Where are you from, by the way?
I'm from CNN.
You are? I don't watch CNN. That's why I don't recognize you.
Nice to meet you.
I really don't. I don't watch it. I don't watch CNN because CNN is fake news. Go ahead.
About the cruise ship, has a decision been made?
It's a very good question.
And are you the
What should be done about that cruise ship?
Well, that's a big question. So I was just on the phone with Vice President, and they're trying to make a decision. I mean, frankly, if it were up to me, I would be inclined to say, leave everybody on the ship for a period of time, and you use the ship as your base. Because I like the numbers being where they are. I don't need to have the numbers double because of one ship. That wasn't our fault. And it wasn't the fault of the people on the ship either. Okay? It wasn't their fault either. And they're mostly American, so I can live either way with it. I'd rather have them stay on, personally, but I fully understand if they want to take them off. I gave them the authority to make the decision.
Isn't that putting preference over not having more attractive numbers?
No, I'm saying whatever it is, that takes precedence over the numbers. No, I like the numbers. I would rather have the numbers stay where they are. But if they want to take them off, they'll take them off. And the tests are all perfect. Like the letter was perfect. The transcription was perfect, right? This was not as perfect as that, but pretty good.
Have you considered not having campaign rallies? Like, you don't
No, I
have one
haven't.
scheduled in Michigan this coming week.
Well, I'll tell you what, I haven't had any problem filling them. I mean, we just had one in North Carolina, South Carolina, all over the place, and we have tens of thousands of people standing outside the arena. So
Isn't
we
it a
haven't
risk
had-
if there's that many people all close together?
Doesn't bother me at all, and it doesn't bother them. If you know anything about me, I like when people happen to stay in the United States and spend their money in the United States, okay? Well, I told Mike not to be complimentary of the governor because that governor is a snake, okay? Inslee. And I said, if you're nice to him, he will take advantage. And I would have said no. Let me just tell you, we have a lot of problems with the governor. And the governor of Washington, that's where you have many of your problems, okay? So Mike may be happy with him, but I'm not. If you went up to this governor and you said to him, how did Trump do? He'd say he did a terrible job. It makes no difference. If we came up with a cure right now and tomorrow everything ended at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, everything ended, he would say Trump did a horrible job, okay? And I told Mike that would happen. I said, no matter how nice you are, he's no good. That's the way I feel. Goodbye. Good luck to CNN.
I have one quick question, just for the people who are watching.
If you want to keep insulting me, this will be over. You can run back to the judge like a little.
Better do it quick.
Before you're disbarred.
Stop.
Mr. Klain,
No further
stop.
questions. This deposition is concluded for now, subject to my going back and moving the court to produce all the documents that we requested.
Subject to your still being admitted to the bar. Please note that for the record. You have nothing. This proves nothing.
That's what you told Mueller, right? You have nothing. That's what your clients argued at the trial.
I'm not going to discuss the criminal case. If you want to keep insulting me, this will be over. You can run back to the judge like a little.
I'm doing what?
If you want to keep insulting me, I will just end this and you can go running back to the judge.
Did you just
Okay?
call me
You're acting like one. Like a
No,
bitch.
what is according to you?
What's the point of that?
I'm entitled to know what you meant by
Like a
Come on.
What is it?
You don't know?
Stop.
You're unfamiliar with the term?
You're going to wind up getting sanctioned, Mr. Bouchot.
No, you're going to wind up getting sanctioned, Mr. Claimant, like you are in D.C. So let's go.
Let's not do that.
Why not?
Continue.
Not going to be badgered by the
Badgered.
Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. You got nothing. You're not going to get anything by interviewing them because it's not
produce it
true.
if you've withheld it, can I?
I haven't withheld it. You have proof I withheld it, do that. But you don't have that either.
Oh, we'll look for it. Don't
You
worry.
can look for it all you want. You'll find nothing. I doubt this case will get very far because it's a conspiracy theory based on no evidence.
Conspiracies happen, don't they, Mr. Stone?
They do, but in this case, it's a fantasy
Can you
on
ask
your
a
part.
question that's
You're
relevant
delusional.
to your
You're
lawsuit?
deeply delusional.
Are you saying I'm mentally unstable?
That's not what I said. I said you're delusional.
Stop. Ask a question a lawyer would ask, please.
I am a lawyer.
You could fool me. How come you can't practice in the Southern District? Why won't they let you practice there if you're Mr. Ethical?
I can practice in Southern District.
Stop.
Only if you attach the judge's order.
I have a case right now.
Stop.
In fact, you're aware that I have a case right now.
I'm not aware that you have a case in that, but I doubt it.
You also released that story to Al Kamen of the Washington Post.
Absolutely, completely false. You have no evidence of that. It's defamatory.
You have.
Stop defaming me.
You
Mr.
have. You
know that I have a following among conservatives. Stop defaming me, Mr. Clayton.
You.
Absolutely, completely false. You have no evidence of that. False. Completely false. Categorically false.
Objection.
Completely and totally false. That is entirely false. False. Incorrect. False. That is incorrect. I have never said anything of the kind. That's false, to be clear. Do you have any evidence of that? You have no evidence to the contrary. There was no evidence of that. Do you have any proof? Evidence? Real evidence? Not just wild conjecture. Evidence. And you have no evidence of it. No evidence. There is no evidence of that because it's not true. Proof. Evidence, Larry.
Is that
Evidence.
insane?
Proof, Larry. Evidence. Proof. Evidence.
Who talked?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
No, I don't.
You're lying, aren't you, Mr. Stone?
No, you're lying, aren't you,
You're a
Mr.
convicted
Clayton?
liar, aren't you?
Stop.
And you're about to be ousted from the bar.
Stop. Let's take a break. Good time for a break.
Have fun molesting your own children, Larry? I read the court decision.
You read that, huh?
Yeah, I did.
You didn't read anything else.
You.
Roger Stone did nothing wrong. Roger Stone did nothing wrong.
Racial profiling has to stop, Mr. Speaker. Just because someone wears a hoodie does not make them a hoodlum. The Bible teaches us, Mr. Speaker, in the book of Micah 6:6-8,
the member will suspend.
these words,
The member will
these
suspend.
words, he has shown you, O man,
The member will
what is
suspend.
good,
The chair must
what
remind
does
members
not,
of Clause
what does
5
the
of
Lord
Rule
require of
17.
you, but to do
Members out of
justly
order.
and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God. And in the New Testament, Luke 4:18-20 teaches us these words. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me.
Suspend. The chair will ask the sergeant at arms to enforce the prohibition on decorum. The chair must remind members that Clause 5 of Rule 17 prohibits the wearing of hats in the chamber when the House is in session. The chair finds that the donning of a hood is not consistent with this rule. Members need to remove their hoods or leave the floor.
Look, members of Congress are human petri dishes. We fly through the dirtiest airports. We touch everyone we meet. So if anyone's going to get coronavirus, it's probably going to be Congress.
So you think is the handshaking? Is that off duty? You're not doing that anymore, or
We
what?
shake hands, we kiss babies, we touch everybody's cell phone when we take a selfie with them. So we should be ready.
Where did you get the mask from? I gotta ask.
I gotta keep that confidential.
Okay. Do you like the book being on the desk or not? Or would you rather have it not be?
Have it there just in case it goes down.
Maybe it looks better. It gives you something up here, right? Does it matter? Pull that jacket down behind me, will you? It's clear. Okay. You make sure. Yeah, right. A what? Wow. Uh-oh. I got a pen mark. Anybody have any white? Do you have any white stuff?
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna. It's much better to just close it. I think it looks okay if it's closed. You can't see it.
Where is it?
30 minutes. Mr. President, we're ready for a mic check, please.
Do you see it?
You don't see it.
Which side is it on here?
It's on the right side. It's fine. Ready for mic check? Yeah. Control's ready. Mr. President, can you count to 10, please?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let me see how the look is.
We're clear.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely. Well,
I was growing up, we got the polio vaccine for free and nobody asked how you pay for it because what they saw were children in iron lungs that were going to be damaged forever. How insane and cruel is it to suggest that we have to figure out how to pay for it when we can actually go to war and not ask one question, but to prevent this kind of a disease, we have to say, how can we pay for it? That, I'm sorry.
The cost of not paying for the vaccine is going to be orders of magnitude much more expensive.
do I approve of spending a few cents for a vaccine rather than seeing people die or spending thousands of dollars on hospital care? Yeah, I kind of think it makes a little bit more sense to invest a few cents in a vaccine. Let me just say this again. And this deals with the pharmaceutical industry. It is a top priority. This is a no-brainer. And that you would ask a question like that almost talks about one of the very serious problems facing this country. Does anybody in their right mind believe that if you're rich, you should be able to afford a vaccine and save your life, but if you're poor, you got to die? Is that really where we're at the United States of America? So obviously, we will make vaccines free to every man, woman, and child.